G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the SMU Mustangs and the TCU Horned Frogs. Reese Davis, Nate Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Will on the sideline.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. Keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Horned Frogs will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Kicking team's got it.
Punt returns are always exciting. It seems like you're always holding your breath. Can you make the guy miss? Is it going to be a big hit? Nice return. He almost gets all the way to the end zone. You can tell he smells the pylon, but he just gets inside the 5.
What a chance for this offense. First play, first and goal. How about putting 6 on the board before you even... And he breaks the play. Touchdown, TCU! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll take it himself. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Past the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, SMU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be.
He's got it at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Hard Rock! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Complete to start this drive. Makes a grab and room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback will keep it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So this gets a bit more challenging on 3rd and goal after the untimely false start, which brings to mind, are there timely false starts? Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's how you bail your offense out, David. In a goal-to-go situation, you've been going backwards here a little bit, but you've got a quarterback that can take the game over with his legs. Great job scrambling for the touchdown.
I mean, it's uncanny. He's just got a knack, and it's so frustrating to play defenses against guys like this that just, I've got the right defense dialed up. I'm there to make a play for my team, but he's too good, and he makes a guy miss, and he takes it to the end zone. This guy is just an absolute headache.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot.
Maybe a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There he goes to the right. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's looking deep. He's got it down the left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Back to throw, it's Craig. Throws it deep. He makes a grab. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has himself first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hard Frog! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. He steps out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling them on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. This is a big key for us to win this game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the move. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. SMU spends his second timeout here. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Just going to keep it after the snap. Maybe some room here. The 30, the 20, inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, SMU.
have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Lets it fly. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires left. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is.
There he goes. He is in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, 1 touch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Craig. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn it.
Right down the gut of the field. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, TCU. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. Extra point here will tie the game.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
There's some room. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. It's Craig. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. On the run, deep down the right side. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quick handoff. Across the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard's going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he is gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right, and this defense has had absolutely no answer so far. Giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines. Get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
TCU, 35.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Craig. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. The run to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Complete to the left. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Craig. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking to throw. Floating away. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. A run for the quarterback. Got a little grass. Crosses midfield. The 30. Past the 20. Past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 9 team, the Louisville Cardinals.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Upstairs, he's got it. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Walker. Powers through the defender. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Craig. Buys a little extra time. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know, as a quarterback, the worst thing you can do when you throw a go route is overthrow it, because the only thing that can happen is an incompletion like it did right there. The best thing to do sometimes is to underthrow, because your guy can come back, make the catch, or fight through and get a pass interference penalty.
He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Man, can you imagine if they hadn't picked up the 1st down? It would have been, what are you doing running the football?
Oh, the fans would be so irate. That's one of those where, come on, what is that? You can't be that conservative. Oh, yeah, no. That was a great call. Good job. That was a great job. It worked perfectly.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like, thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And made the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. To throw, it's Craig. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Horned Frogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Gonna run it. It's Walker. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the 3rd quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
you know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
And the ball slipped out. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the previous line of scrimmage.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, whoa, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these and just weapons of mass destruction.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
Number 99 set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a second down play. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Nothing but green grass down the middle. All the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to.
And that one is picked off in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
TCU 41.
Coming out with it, it's Singleton. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the left side. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Here's a little room there. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Defensive coordinators always swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big 3rd down. Reads it, fires complete. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, SMU. Once he got some room, it was over. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. Another broken tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Just feeds the running back. Finding some room. Rams him with the stiff arm. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Keeps it on the bootleg. Looking to buy time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Craig. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. Might have a chance. Picks up the first down. The 10. And he scores! Touchdown Mustangs! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that's where the return is stopped. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Going with the ground game left. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Touchdown, Hornfrog. Rolled his way into the end zone. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, there's a crease. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Mustangs in the hurry-up.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking downfield. It's Jennings. Finds his big tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Craig. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He's not afraid to go deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close.
Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always just a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game. Focus